The world's most historical archaeological sites are often located in and around poor communities. This fact was not lost on archaeologist Larry Coben, who used his extensive background in the financial sector to found the Sustainable Preservation Initiative, whose goal is to preserve archaeological sites by providing sustainable business opportunities to struggling communities around these sites. And Larry joins us now to discuss. Welcome, Larry. So great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us what the mission is in your own words.
The mission is to preserve the past, but do it by empowering these poor communities so that they can better their lives, alleviate poverty, get opportunities that aren't available to them, and so that they can engage with and they can preserve their own past. So it doesn't require somebody from far away jumping in and putting up a fence. It becomes theirs.
As an archaeologist, did you have a Eureka moment at one point where you were at a site perhaps and this occurred to you?
I did. I was doing my dissertation research in the middle of nowhere in Bolivia, and the local community was growing crops on the site, grazing on it, playing soccer on it, because we had the largest building in the Inca Empire, this giant one, but the ball wouldn't roll away, which is at 10,000 feet of altitude is very, very important.
Yes.
And so I kept saying, could you please not do this? And they would say, yes, yes, we understand it's important, and nothing changed, and I probably should have realized it sooner, but we converted it, we put up a small gate. It cost us $50 after a series of community meetings, and they looked at me and I said, we're gonna charge everybody $10 to come here. And $10 was probably 2 weeks' wages.
Yeah.
And so they said, no one's going to pay that. I said, I'll pay for the gate. It cost me $50. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they made $100 in the first month, and they were off to the races.
Hence the idea was born.
Right.
Were these villages in many cases, are they filled with generations who've been stewards of these sites then?
Probably not stewards, as opposed to simply people who were living with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great myth that these are the modern day descendants. Sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. Mm-hmm. But these are people who are just struggling to get by. So being stewards of the site is probably pretty low on their agenda.
Sure. But now you're helping them, show them ways that they can sort of use the interest factor of being close to these world-famous sites and actually create products that they can sell to the world, correct?
Exactly. So we've created a mini business school almost for people who have no training at all, because and we teach them and we provide them some resources and the ability to make products like some of these that are here.
So tell us about these products that you brought.
Okay, well, great. This is actually a replica of a goblet that was actually excavated in a famous cemetery called San Jose de Moro. And you can see that these work people on here are taking these goblets. They're filled with blood, which was drunk during this incredible ritual ceremony during battle.
Fabulous.
So when you conquered people, you took one of these and you drank, and they're also rattles.
And so now where are these sold? Where are these products now sold?
These products are sold in museums all over Peru. We're looking now to try to get some online distribution for them, but they're sold at the sites and different museums throughout Peru right now.
Fantastic. It's great. And so you have how many businesses up and running that you've helped?
There are now, we're working at 10 sites, of which the first 5 are already self-sustaining. Our goal is to get you up and running and then to go away. It's your business, not create a dependency on us.
And these are sites in Peru and Guatemala?
These are Peru, Guatemala, and Jordan is where we're working now, and we're looking to expand to more countries later on this year.
Fantastic. Now tell us about your very exciting work with TED and the Global Explorer program.
Sure. Well, TED, it's great, awarded a $1 million prize to Sarah Parcak, an archaeologist who works from satellites, and she uses satellite algorithms to discover sites that aren't readily apparent on the surface.
So they're hard to get to on foot, but you can see them from space?
Well, sometimes no, they're actually just that they're underground.
Okay.
But differences in soil color that aren't apparent when you're walking are visible with different light spectra that the satellite can pick up.
Fascinating.
So it's really high-tech, amazingly cool stuff. And the first country that Sarah's going to be working on her TED Prize project is in Peru. And of course, once you see something from the air, then you have to go on the ground, see what it is, and protect it. And so we're going to be setting up our businesses and helping the communities who are around the sites that Sarah finds.
As she finds. And what are some of the exciting things that she's looking into?
Well, right now we're going to all be looking at the Nazca Lines, which are these famous glyphs on the ground, and no one is quite sure what they are.
A big mystery.
It's one of the biggest archaeological mysteries. So If we can solve the mystery of the Nazca Lines and help the communities around it, that would be a fantastic, amazing result.
Well,
it would be career defining.
That would be huge for everyone. So tell us, clearly you are passionate about archaeology. We can see it on your face, we can hear it in your voice. But why should the average person be excited about it?
I think if you really want to know about the capacity of humans for good and evil, how they organize themselves in communities, states, and countries, how they can innovate and solve problems, and really what is our whole capacity and creativity, archaeology is the only way to know that. We're not just planted here. It's really, this is how we can know and almost predict our future. And in addition to that, I would say that this is the only way, the cultural environment and knowing our culture is really what distinguishes us from every other species here on the planet.
The kinds of insights that we can get about our own history and our own impulses.
Exactly right, exactly right. You said it better than I did. I'm going to steal that next time, if that's okay with you.
Well, thank you so much, Larry. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Good luck with all of these great businesses that you're helping with.
Thank you.